Hello, my name is Raitis. Welcome back to another evening commentary. Today is Tuesday, the 1st of April. A new month has begun. And let's go over the markets. We took a trade today and ended up with a loss today, but a very, very valuable loss, in my opinion. I have learned from this mistake and established a new protocol and journaled the trade. It was a good loss, in my opinion, which I can avoid in the future due to my reflection and analysis and protocols which I have now in place. So today was a good loss. I have filled out my trading plan before I took the trade, so everything fine. But just yeah, there's always new things to learn, and losses are inevitable. I can't talk; it's already late. Inevitable in trading, and it's part of doing this business. And as you can see, with the inside day on DXY, basically we saw trapped order flow throughout the day. If we go into the lower time frames, you can see where is New York session. So we had New York session running out buy side liquidity first, and then attacking sell side. No, sorry, this was on the EU. DXY didn't trade below the rejection block actually. Yeah, so we had that exactly. Wait, give me a second. I noted this. Yeah, on euro, that's true. Yes, correct. So no, this is the low and the high I was mentioning right here. So we ran out buy side, ran out sell side, and rejected back deep into the range. And yes, I mean, this it would still be a nice OTE entry, but on the higher time frame, DXY had an inside day, didn't move out of the previous day's range from Monday, and yeah, we're basically stuck inside this dealing range, which we established also Friday and Monday, and we were hanging around, as you can see, the equilibrium price point throughout the day. And this is how it went actually. So we had a run on sell side, then we saw a run on buy side liquidity, and then this continued, ran out this 15-minute low, and now we're running back higher again on DXY, probably up into the rejection blocks. We have the relative equal highs, which can be targeted tomorrow. But again, it's we saw already going into the New York session that market is probably opting in for a seek and destroy profile. T-note futures have been bullish today. We continue the bullishness on T-bonds. Again, as I mentioned, we closed above the daily fair value gap SIBI above the consequent encroachment, which is a bullish sign and invalidates this bearish PDRA. We inverted this level and used it as a bullish PDRA to trade higher. You can see 2-year is not as strong, but 5-year, 10-year treasuries are really bullish. And let's see if we can finally break out of this consolidation, because as of now we're still inside a seek and destroy on the daily program. Right here we're taking on buy side, sell side, and we're still stuck inside this range, inside trapped order flow. Again, between the monthly key PDRAs and this weekly fair value gap, but we talked about that a lot the last couple of days and weeks since the consolidation was going on. And yeah, this also kind of reflects in slow price action on DXY. We're not seeing clear one-sided runs except this bullish move higher. But yeah, this is kind of the analysis for currencies and treasuries. Now, as you can see, we're rejecting this series of up close candles, which are all a bearish order block. We're trading lower from that. DXY trading higher from this series of up close down close candles, which is a bullish order block. Maybe we can even see one more run higher above the swing high to then sell off. This is kind of what it looks like as of now. If you ask me, from the daily market structure analysis and analysis of swing points, liquidity pools, candle closures, and so on and so forth. I think I moved something, yeah. So this is it. Very interesting. So DXY, I could see a run. Oh, you can even see seasonals on DXY now on TradingView. That's nice. But again, let's focus. So I didn't know this feature, but interesting. Yeah, interesting. You can see how DXY performed over the last couple of years. But again, it is a possibility that DXY will make another run higher above the swing high. Also, we have NFP, so a lot of things can happen. Let's see. Euro USD, then we'll probably run out this low. Now we have to decide. Today, Euro is the bearish, the weaker asset, because Euro GBP, as you can see, traded lower from this bearish order block. I initially thought market could run up into the daily fair value gap. Again, I'm still bearish completely. I was telling you throughout the whole run higher into the weekly rejection block that I'm still bearish on Euro GBP. And this is just a manipulation higher because we are deferring liquidity below this major sell-side liquidity pool. But yeah, we don't really have to retrace. It will be interesting what we're gonna do now. We have this weekly bearish order block, which is also interesting. We have the weekly order block, sorry, weekly fair value gap. I'm gonna mark this quickly out, and we traded up into that and rejected this level lower, which is very important. Don't know why this level wasn't on my chart. Forgive me. But we could see a sell-off going also in tomorrow's trading session, run below this low again. This would be probably the most optimal scenario. We also traded above a daily swing high, so we could see more downside tomorrow, and then Euro would be the optimal short, or GBP USD the optimal long. Let's see. It depends on what DXY does. We have to watch out. USD CAD still inside trapped order flow below rejection block and bearish daily order block. And yeah, so this is it. We're not going to go into currency so much. Let's focus on the trade from today so I can give you my protocol so you can learn from my mistakes. And we were initially really up in profit, and then today made another mistake. I don't know why I keep doing it. I mean, I came a little bit late to the charts. I don't know, today I was really tired, and I had a power nap going into New York session, and then I had to eat and so on and so forth, and then I came late to the charts, and because I gave the trade out to Discord, we shorted. I mean, Discord ended up with a break even. That's just me who kept on trading and trying, because I didn't want to force trades on Discord. Because on Discord, I think I would rather stick to my Discord trades than I would be more profitable than I trade my own trades. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind on. But we had this short from the 15-minute fair value gap here. On the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, we sold off and then we went break even over here, but I permitted more positions at the 3-minute propulsion block down here. Right here was a perfect re-entry. Market traded below the low. I didn't take any partials. I reduced initial stops to break even, and then this partial got stopped out for 1 hour. Sorry, half. So I have 2 separate accounts. On the futures accounts, it was 1 hour because I already trade with the smallest contract size, so I can't adjust risk that perfectly because it's a 50K account, 50K accounts, so I can't really do much less than 1 contract. So yes, I got stopped out for 1 hour on the partial. And what was the mistake? First of all, I wasn't trading the leadership asset for shorts. The leadership asset for shorts, as you can see from the 15-minute time frame, is YM. If you just look at relative strength analysis, which pair was the more willing to trade lower, this is YM, definitely YM. NQ and ES made both a higher high, while YM was making lower lows. And YM would have offered a very nice trade, ladies and gentlemen. So if you just look, we have the 15-minute order block. Of course, if you would shorted the 15-minute fair value gap, that wouldn't work out. But if you took the order block right here, 30 minutes, okay, this doesn't look too good. Or 1 hour fair value gap, it's really up to you. 30-minute fair value gap, also okay. And here, 30-minute order block. I know we have this small candle, but really doesn't matter that much. Also, if I just look at this, this is also a breaker right here, run on buy side, and takes out, trades lower, breaker, entry, short, stop loss, at the BPR. We don't want to see market trade back up there, and then run below this. Actually, this is even a market maker sell model, guys. So this would be initial first accumulation, not a clean market maker model, but still. And then first target would be 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, would be nice, very nice, and would have delivered fabulously. But again, I came late to the charts at 9:45. It already traded into the entry. Yeah, I mean, we learned from the mistake. Now I'm gonna write this down into my journal right now, live right here. This pen doesn't write. So focus for this week. Trade always the leadership asset. Okay, this will be my goal for this week, and really focus on that so we get the habit in to look for the leadership asset. But then I still went in, tried short and Q, and you can see only to this low it was 2.5 risk to reward ratio, so that's not ideal. Stops were above here, so even 1 to 2, and the 1 to 3 would be only somewhere down here. And as you can see, the NQ didn't really rally below this low, while YM saw major displacement lower, which is because of the relative strength analysis, which I didn't consider. I considered it, but I came too late to the charts and missed the entry, and then still thought this entry might still work out. ES would have been probably better, but also wouldn't have delivered the favorable risk to reward ratio. Yeah, so it didn't trade below this low. But again, ES wasn't also the leadership. That's why YM. Yeah, there's nothing to say about that. And again, I realized this, that the market may be setting up for a potential seek and destroy profile, because we traded up into buy side, and then I said if market would heavily reject this low, which it did, as you can see, I wouldn't go in for Nasdaq but try to short YM one more time. And then I had another trade. As market rallied, I traded here the reclaimed fair value gap, stop loss above here, and market stopped me out completely because we were going for the opposing side of liquidity. And I don't know, this trade really was a little bit dumb. I didn't send this out to Discord. Now we have relative equal highs. And yes, what should I say? This was the trade. A little bit unnecessary to go back in, because my expectations got validated on NQ that we have trapped order flow and seek and destroy profile for this day with this heavy rejection of the low, and on ES as well. Then why should I go in for YM, try to trade this trade? Yeah, unnecessary a little bit, but yeah, I was just anticipating turtle soup above this high, and then market should sell off. But yeah, what should I say? Not really favorable, but again, I missed the perfect entry on YM, and one thing led to another. I didn't go until after this trade on second trade on YM. I really said, okay, we're just gonna call it a day and close the charts how a disciplined trader should do the things. And I know if we get one or two wins and then we're back again, so there's no worries, we're gonna continue. We had a loss, we're grateful for the loss, that we can learn from that. And yeah, the learning from that again is a summary if you didn't listen. It's trade the leadership asset. If you miss the trade on the leadership asset, then don't fuck with other pairs or equities. And as also another learning, if your expectations of a seek and destroy profile are being met, then don't go into the market and try to trade. Yes, this would be my advice. And yes, this is it for this evening commentary, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, so this is it for this one. And yeah, what should I say? This was the trade. I mean, even if we would have traded this in Q, then everything should go to break even. Once you trade below this low, everything should go to break even. And yeah, also the partials, pyramids, initial entry to break even, and then let the trade play out. But yeah, then I try to force this trade in YM. But nevertheless, we learn. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this insightful, this lesson and learning. Tomorrow we're gonna get back into trading again with new learnings, with new clear focus. Tomorrow we have President Trump speaking, but we have a high impact news release for the New York session, so we can still trade tomorrow. Would there have been no news release tomorrow during New York session with Trump speaking, then we would have completely avoided this day. Okay, tomorrow can be tricky. Don't force tomorrow. I'm gonna write this into journal. Trump speech tomorrow. So tomorrow, Trump speech. Don't force trades. Okay, because this can end up in a low probability scenario, even if we have the news coming out. And it's already 10 o'clock for me. I'm gonna get some good sleep, restful night. So we're fresh and prepared for tomorrow's trading session. Ladies and gentlemen, give a thumbs up to this video, subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any future videos. Join the Discord to stay up to date with the newest market insights, and we'll see us tomorrow for another evening commentary. Ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, trade safe. Bye bye.